equality! Full equality! Full equality! Full equality! Full equality!
Full equality! And we should no longer have to take this fence.
GetEqual activists have chained themselves to the White House fence. You've staged a dance protest in a hotel lobby. You've heckled the president. As the co-founders of GetEqual, how much attention do you people need?
It's a very good question.
We demand equality!
The only way that we can really apply pressure is by using, nonviolent civil disobedience and direct action. With the actions that we took on the day that we chained Lieutenant Dan Choi to the White House fence, there were also people doing sit-ins in Nancy Pelosi's office in San Francisco. And from that came, deeper benchmarks because President Obama was arranging meetings with us trying to figure out what were our demands. And those things don't happen unless you're applying pressure in the right way.
My name is Lieutenant Dan Choi. I am a West Point graduate. I have a degree in Arabic. I am an Iraq combat veteran. And most importantly, I am not staying silent anymore.
Let me talk about Dan Choi. His experience with the established gay rights movements was essentially, he said he wanted to fight, and they told him to shut up.
He had the opportunity to come out on, Rachel Maddow's show. And I think by doing that, it freed not only his demons around his own personal struggle with his own personal history with his family, his military service of feeling like he's not getting anything back, but also his frustration that the organizations and the entities that should be fighting for him weren't doing what he felt like was enough.
You have the power. If you ask, can you? Our response is yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
I learned in Iraq that there are many different tribes and many different organizations, but it wasn't as confusing in the least bit compared to the real labyrinth that gay politics is. Some people would say that I was absolutely a spring chicken coming into the gay politics scene. And I didn't want to think about what this meant for the legislative agenda, and I didn't want to think that my telling the truth was beholden to a political timetable.
When soldiers who are willing to live and die for their country, that they are forced to lie in shame about who they are. And I tell the president, no more! No more! No more! No more!
Essentially, they wanted to silence me. Everybody wants, in terms of power, to give the illusion that there's many millions of throngs of people, there's many ranks behind them, and they throw their weight around, and they're the ones at the bargaining table, they're the ones at the negotiation, they're the ones who have the insider view, and everyone else, y'all just need to shut up.
Robin and I both love Friends, but we didn't get into this work to make friends or to be liked. And, we think that part of the problem with the way that LGBT rights have happened over the last 30 years is that leadership has prioritized too much having access to those who are in power and being invited to the cocktail parties and being able to sit down and have a friendly conversation with people.
J6 here, we're asking you to pump past and then now can work in the day or the night because we can't get hot.
If I could look at anyone and say, what do we need to be doing next? Everybody needs to be coming together and say, how do we walk out forward as a unified body that says no more of settling, no more of less than. We want full federal equality and nothing less.
And the now, and the right now.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.